Yes, it's Women's Day today, and on Mirror Now, we choose to focus on the Indian sportswomen who came from very humble backgrounds and yet made it big. And how. Not only they went to rule their respective games, but also went on to become style and youth icons. Indian sportswomen and Olympic medal winners like Mirabai Chanu, Lovlina and also PV Sindhu. They are all Olympians. They are Olympic medalists, in fact. They've gone to feature in top fashion magazines now. So, broken many glass ceilings, they've battled all odds, and therefore we need to talk about their spirit and their stories. Such has been the impact of successful female sports stars that Bollywood has made movies on boxer Mary Kom and star wrestlers, the Phogat sisters. So, to talk about the journey of these incredible women and where they are today, as compared to where they came from in terms of the struggles that they had to go through and the fact that today their names are the biggest brands. I'm going to be joined by panelists who will bring out the different aspects of it. But first, I want to welcome Dilip Cherian, who is the founder of Perfect Relations. Very warm welcome, Mr. Cherian, and I'm sure you would be the best person to actually tell us today that how these sportswomen who would have struggled through their lives to make it to the top of their sport are today not just sporting icons. I mean, there are billboards across all metros of Mirabai Chanu and Lovlina with Deepika Padukone. What does that say about the journey of these women on the occasion of Women's Day? What is the story that you draw from their lives?
Thank you. And on the occasion of Women's Day, I'm delighted to see this trend now strengthening into pole position. The fact that you have covers celebrating women in these sports, women in these positions as style icons is actually a watershed as far as the perception of women is concerned. That's the first point I'd like to make. And the second point is that to answer the question of why are they there, please understand that the very definition of what makes for womanhood today is actually shifting from the old days of where it was all about glamour and glitter. It's now moving to wellness and a sense of identity, a sense of being. And the third thing we have to keep in mind is what you started with, which is that you are hearing of heroic journeys from relatively unknown places into the spotlight of the glamour world. Now, there are downsides to this, but let's focus on the upside. The focus on the upside brings us to two things. One, that these are women who young women are treating as role models. That is not only healthy, that is a huge advantage for Indian sports, because the participation of women in activities which involve physical skills is actually something which brings to light a whole range of possibilities. Because when you strengthen a woman's ability to perform in high pressure games, you're making people who have the ability to live in a high stress world. And the second thing is that when you make them icons, when the numbers of people who follow their examples go up, then their value in their own sports to themselves, to their families, to their communities increase, because not only are they influencers, but because they also start receiving new sources of income flow, which empowers them to do much more. And please understand that given the background where these women have grown up from, they are the kinds of people who will actually make serious investments in the future of more generations from those people. So I see this as a win-win all around.
Win-win all around, and they are empowered in the real sense of the term. They've proved their mettle, and like you said, we are all happy to see them get there. Their spirit must be celebrated today, and that was my idea as well. So I'm going to now welcome Pooja Rane, who is also an Olympian. She was with Lovlina in the last Tokyo Olympics. Pooja Rane, welcome. I want to begin by asking you, we couldn't get Lovlina on the show, and that is how busy she is. She has a packed schedule. You have to book her very well in advance. I mean, that's the level of stardom that today Mirabai Chanu and Lovlina, they are jet setters. I want to ask you, Pooja Rane, if you can tell me that, how do you see the journey of somebody like Lovlina? You have seen her from close quarters, and she's from my home state, from SM, and I'm particularly proud. Tell us about Lovlina. Today we see her sharing space with the Bollywood A-listers. She's all over the billboards, and she's stunning. I mean, she is a sports star to begin with, but now she has perhaps branched out to become a much bigger global icon, perhaps.
देखिए लवलीना अभी भी हमारे साथ ही है और लवलीना ने इतने बड़े प्लेटफॉर्म पे इतना अच्छा किया है जैसे ओलंपिक जो है वो अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ा इवेंट होता है और उसने इस इवेंट में ब्रॉन्ज मेडल जीता है जो कि इंडिया के लिए बहुत बड़ी बात है और दूसरा मैं बोलूंगी कि इसमें आपको मेंटली बहुत स्ट्रांग होना पड़ता है सभी कंट्रीज के हम यूं बोल रहे हैं कि सभी बहुत स्ट्रांग है लेकिन अगर विमेन मेंटली स्ट्रांग है तो कुछ भी अचीव कर सकती हैं मैंने देखा है कि विमेन बहुत मेंटली स्ट्रांग
लेकिन आप खुद भी ओलंपियन हैं, आप बता सकते हैं कि किस तरह का ग्रिट एंड डिटर्मिनेशन की जरूरत होती है उस लेवल तक पहुंचने के लिए, किस तरह का जर्नी होता है, किस तरह का स्ट्रगल होता है?
आपको हर चीजों को एक साथ लेके चलना पड़ता है, चाहे वो डिसिप्लिन हो, चाहे वो आपकी डाइट हो, चाहे आपकी रिकवरी हो या फिर आपकी प्रैक्टिस, सभी चीजों को आपको इक्वल लेके चलना पड़ेगा। और आजकल तो स्पोर्ट्स साइंस इतनी आगे आ गई है कि उससे हम मतलब काफी इम्प्रूव कर रहे हैं।
जी Dilip Sharan, this is again in line with what you said, that there is a certain discipline. Of course, one has to dream big. That is where it all starts. But then the kind of discipline it requires, the kind of grit and determination to survive. I come from the same state as Lovlina, and I know the facilities, the mindset also to, if I may, for the women to take up these difficult sports. These are tremendous challenges for any woman. Do you see that, when you have somebody like Lovlina celebrated, it sends out just the right message for women of this country?
I think the message of Lovlina is fundamentally the message of women. I don't think the appreciation of the kind of dedication, determination, and concentration that women give to every aspect of their life is celebrated enough. So the real keys to success in sports, as in almost every aspect of life, are the three elements of dedication, determination, and concentration. Now, given that these women have risen to the very top of their profession, they deserve to be where they are. They are people who have not just, and the real transition is from being confined to the world of a physical prowess to celebrating them for being all-rounded, to being no less than icons of business, icons of fashion, icons of Bollywood, anything. Now, remember that for a sportswoman, actually, all of the skills that any of these professions have are vital, plus, plus, plus. And it's those plus, plus, pluses that we need to celebrate and we need to recognize as being especially valuable. And how do I say valuable? Valuable because each time a woman sports person mounts the podium, plays the game, is celebrated in media and other places, you are creating the situation for hundreds and thousands of other young girls to be able to tell their parents, to be able to tell themselves that if she can get there, so can I. It's worth trying. And in that trying, we are transforming society. Because for every one of them who chooses to do that, you are creating individuals with determination and skills and empowering them to be much more than they can be, either in their circumstances, in their homes, in their villages, or wherever they are.
transformation which we
aspire to
need,
much
isn't it, Mr. Cherian? And you've just hit the nail on the head when you say we need that transformation. I want to bring in Harini Rana, sports broadcaster, also on the show with us. Harini, let's talk about Mirabai Chanu. Again, what a journey. She comes from Imphal East in Manipur. Back of the beyond in a way for those who believe Delhi and Bombay is the mainstream, though I don't. But, you know, that's the mindset, that's the perception, isn't it? There would be many who wouldn't know where these locations even are. Manipur is, in fact, one of the pole-bound states today. We are talking about Manipur, but therefore we know what are the issues that women there are facing. For somebody like Mirabai Chanu to come from Imphal all the way to the global stage is an incredible journey. Okay, I'm told we lost the line with Harini, but let me just say that that's the Vogue cover that you're looking at. It has Mirabai Chanu on it. Yes, it's a transformation. It's the kind of transformation that we all love to celebrate. And this is something that Mirabai Chanu has achieved through her own determination, her grit, and of course, multiple struggles throughout her journey. Similarly, with PV Sindhu as well, she's also among the 3 top sportswomen who have featured in top fashion magazines. Brands are queuing up for them these days, and they, like I said, have become global icons, not just sports stars. I thank Mr. Dilip Cherian and Pooja Rane, as well as, Harini couldn't join us today. Thanks very much for joining us.